Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. And today I'm gonna talk about the billionaires, Bill Gates birth chart. I got this topic from one of the viewers. He asked me to make a video about Bill Gates. So here's his birth chart. But before I begin the topic, I just want to mention that I give free consultations. If you are interested, the information is in the description box. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, so every time I post a new video you can get the notification in your inbox. So let's begin. Okay, so this is like Bill Gates birth chart. I got this chart from AstroSage website. They have one of the biggest birth chart like currently data bank of all the celebrities, and I believe like this is actual birth time, because during the video I will explain why I believe this is like his actual birth chart. So like every time you want to begin reading the birth chart, you want to see the position of first house, your ascendant lord. Okay, so if your ascendant lord is placed in Kendras or Trikonas, that's a good like condition. That's a good sign that this person is going to do well in his life. So his as you can see, he's like Gemini ascendant, and Gemini lord is Mercury. Mercury is placed in one of its own Rashi, Virgo, in the fourth house. Mercury is well placed in fourth house with Mars. So what is fourth house? Fourth house is all about land, property, real estate, house, like your environment at home, your mother, your luxuries in life, car, all these things. So Mercury and Mars, they are doing well in the fourth house. Mars in the fourth house means like a really powerful real estate. And Mercury in the fourth house means like a lot of farmland, because Mercury represents vegetation as well. So that's why Bill Gates is buying up all the farmlands in the USA. I believe he's one of the biggest real estate investor in the USA. He has like a mass real estate in the USA, and not just in the USA, maybe like in the world. Mercury and Mars, they're doing this for him. And then look at his Jupiter. Jupiter is placed in his third house in Leo Rashi, and the lord of third house is placed in fourth house, which is like Multrikona position. Like at the original zodiac belt sign, like sun is always come at the fifth house. Okay, so Jupiter is like, what is third house? Third house is all about your younger siblings, your efforts, your courage, and your short distance travels, your neighbors as well. It can mean a lot of other things, and your social media presence. Back in the days, they did not have like any social media like Facebook, Instagram, these type of things. So TV was one of the media to become a celebrity. So think about it, like there probably there were more than like 2,000 or 3,000 billionaires at that time when he became billionaire. And not just billionaire, he became a celebrity. He became a face of all the billionaires list. Forbes poster child. So why? Because Jupiter is sitting in the third house. So wherever Jupiter is like a balloon, it's very benefic. It's the most benefic planet in out of all the planets. So wherever Jupiter sits, it inflates slowly and steadily and give you like really good results. So third house means like media presence. So that's why Jupiter made him like a celebrity, a poster child for Forbes billionaire list for a really long time, like probably 20 years. He was like a billionaire poster child. Every time you mention like billionaire, your mind would think about Bill Gates, obviously, because Bill Gates means money. And then look at Rahu and Ketu. So 6th house for Rahu and 12th house for Ketu. Ketu and Rahu, they are well placed in his birth chart. Ketu actually gets exalted in the 12th house because that's the original sign for house for Pisces. So Ketu gets exalted in Pisces. So, it detach him from hospital visits, and it detach him from, all the jails, these type of things. And Rahu, anytime you see like Malefic placed in Dusthana houses, they do really well in Dusthanas. Malefics help one person to overcome all the enemies. And 6th house is all about your enemies, your court litigations, court cases, all these things. And now let's look at his 5th house. He became a billionaire during the Mahadasha of Venus. All right. So Venus is placed in Libra, 7th Rashi. Libra is all about business, partnership. Okay. And Libra is placed in its own Rashi. Sun, Saturn also placed in 5th house. So Saturn is exalted in the 5th house. Okay. And Sun is debilitated, but it's like comfortable. It's not like bad position for Sun. So this house made him billionaire. Why? We're gonna see that during the video. He became a billionaire. I mean, there are like a lot of different sources that you can become like a billionaire. You can win lottery. You can, earn like inheritance from your, family, or you can do a lot of other things. You can do like just simple regular business, sell and purchase business, but he became a billionaire by listing his company in the stock exchange. So 5th house is all about stock exchange. 5th house is all about your romance, your love affairs before and after marriage, and your children as well, your education as well. So the combination of, Venus is well placed, so that's when he became a billionaire, because of because of Venus and Venus Mahadasha. But Sun and Saturn is also placed in 5th house. So anytime you see like Sun and Saturn placed in any house, Sun and Saturn makes that house very dry. It takes away the fun part, and it becomes like a duty that you need to perform, towards that house. So 5th house all about fun activities, and Sun and Saturn are placed in 5th house means, like his romantic life was really dry. His education, that's why he dropped out of college, because Sun and Saturn is placed in 5th house. Because these people become like street smart, and for college and higher education you need to have like a certain mindset to go to college and earn knowledge from traditional school. Now street smart people, they try to run away from these things. Okay, so that's one of the reasons I believe this is his like birth chart, that now he's going through divorce as well. So 5th house hits romance, So it's just like drying out, Sun and Saturn drying out all the like romance from the marriage. So that's why he's going away from his wife and children. Okay, so Moon is placed in his 10th house. What is 10th house? You know, 10th house is all about your public image, your workplace, and Moon is placed over there in Pisces. That's a good combination. So, you know, whenever you think about Bill Gates, beside money, what do you think about him? Donations, charity, you know, welfare of humanity. He eradicated, you know, like hunger in Africa. He eradicated polio in Asia. So he eradicated a lot of like dengue, malaria in Africa. So like half of his wealth probably went to all the for social causes. So he really cared about people because Moon is placed in 10th house. So wherever Moon is placed in your birth chart, you want to nourish that house. You want to care, give care to that house. So he gave care to like general public. 7th house and 10th house, all about, you know, like other people. So you give care, you really care about people, you really want to nourish them, you really want to help them. So Moon is placed in his 10th house. That's why he has like this type of persona where he really cares about people. All right. So, but first sign, I mean, there are like a lot of different things. We're gonna start narrowing down like what makes like a billionaire, and how can we see, you know, like a billionaire through birth chart. Just by looking at the birth chart, I mean, it's like I mean, it's a good birth chart because he doesn't have like that many challenges in his life. Not like you're like extremely like health issues, really big health issues, or really big court issues, or really big, you know, defamation cases, but minor challenges, everybody has those. So I mean, his ascendant is strong, and 5th house is strong, means, you know, like Kendras and Trikonas, they have like strong planets sitting there. So that's a first combination, and you need to have at least one debilitated planet in your birth chart. So he has Sun in his birth chart, debilitated, and Saturn is exalted. That's the first sign that, you know, like this person can like accumulate, amass wealth during his lifetime. But now we're gonna move to this next slide. So in order to really see, you know, wealth in the birth chart, we need to understand all the nakshatras. There are like 27 constellations in Vedic astrology, and there are deities assigned to each nakshatra. And we need to understand all the deities' roles in Vedas. Okay, so his ascendant is Aridra. Jupiter is Magha. So Magha, anytime you see Magha nakshatra, means your ancestors. So Jupiter is placed there, means he was getting all the fame, because 3rd house is also, you know, your social media, your fame. So he's getting maybe all the fame from his ancestors, like good past life deeds from his ancestors, or his like past lives. Maga, just if it's giving you good results in your lifetime, then it gives you like amass wealth, or, you know, wherever house is getting involved is going to give you like mass results. So Maga is one nakshatra of billionaires. And then Uttarabhadra. Mars in Hasta. Hasta is also really nourishing nakshatra. The date animal for that nakshatra, I believe it's a cow, female cow. And it's all about nourishing. It's all about giving. Okay. So Mars in 4th house in Hasta nakshatra. And Mercury also in Hasta nakshatra in his birth chart means he's getting all the real estate and really powerful real estate. But the most wealth giving nakshatra, and that's not just me and not just my study. I have talked with a lot of different astrologers, and I have seen other astrologers' studies as well. Most of them, they said, Jeshta. Anytime you see like Indra, what is Indra in Vedas? Indra is the king of gods. And, like who has all the wealth in one country? Obviously, the king. So anytime you see like Indra in the birth chart and planets sitting in Jeshta nakshatra, means that's another condition to generate a mass wealth. Okay, and Indra sits in 2 nakshatras, Vishakha and Jeshta. Jeshta is like it's his own nakshatra, and Vishakha, in Vishakha, Indra sits with Agni, so it becomes like Indragni. So he has like Venus in Vishakha, and what else? He has Saturn in Vishakha. So 2 major planets sitting in Vishakha, 2 major planets sitting in Indra's, nakshatra. And he has like Rahu in Jeshta. Rahu in Jeshta means 3 major planets sitting in Indra's, nakshatra. So that's why he's getting all the wealth. And probably Rahu in Jeshta in 6th house, probably that was the reason, he stole the idea of Steve Jobs. I mean, he admitted it later on in his life that, like when Steve Jobs gave him his work to create some applications for the Apple computer, and he just stole Steve Jobs' idea, because Jeshta is all about overcoming your enemies by unorthodox ways. Because Indra is always looking. That's why he has like 1,000 eyes on his body. If you just Google Indra's picture on Google, you will see like he has like body filled with eyes. There is another story, like how he got these eyes, but we are not gonna talk about it in this video because it's just gonna make the video really long. But Indra is always looking, and always looking at other people's resources, what other people are doing. So Bill Gates really knows how to overcome his enemies and how to, become the number one, how to come on the top by all means, by hook or crook. He knows. And Jeshta nakshatra lord is Mercury, and that's Mercury is his ascendant lord as well. That's another yoga right there of billionaires. Mercury is also a planet for businessmen. Okay, so that's why he generated a mass wealth, like mega wealth. All right, you can see the degrees as well. Most of his planets are like really old or at infant state. His sun is good. Any planet you see like from 10 to 20 degree, between 10 to 20 degree, that means that planet is young. Any planet from 25 degrees to 30 degree, like old. And any planet from 1 to 5 degree means, like infant. So, and okay, so he was born under Saturn Mahadasha. And then he like grew up in Mercury Mahadasha, early age. And then in Ketu Mahadasha, because he was born in Seattle, so he moved to a different state. He moved away from his birthplace. He moved to Boston for his education in Ketu Mahadasha. And Ketu is sitting in Ketu is sitting in 12th house, foreign lands. And I also mentioned, like in my foreign settlement video, that anytime you see like 4th house and 12th house making any connection during the Mahadasha or Antardasha of those planets, you're gonna move away from your birthplace. So let's take a look. So Venus is placed in 5th house. Actually, yeah, that's one thing. Because 5th house is all about education. Sorry, I thought like Venus was sitting in 4th house, but that's another combination. What is 5th house? 5th house is all about your college education, and 5th house is making connection with 12th house. Okay, so during Ketu Mahadasha, he moved away for education from his birthplace. Okay, you can see. So then he started Venus Mahadasha in 1983, and that lasted in like up to 2003. And during Venus Mahadasha, because Venus is well placed in his 5th house, stock exchange, business, wealth, okay, and that's how he became a billionaire. Venus is all about like cash money. And one thing I forgot to mention, that I cannot change the houses in this slide because I took a screenshot. But if you see like from his moon lagna, his sun is creating a Viparit Raj Yoga. So whenever you see like Viparit Raj Yoga, I made that video like in my I mentioned like Viparit Raj Yoga in my court litigation video. So Viparit Raj Yoga mean you're gonna overcome your enemies, and if the planetary positions are in favor, you're gonna gain from them. Okay, so like gain from your enemies. So when he started Sun Mahadasha, he got sued by maybe Apple as well, a lot of different companies, but he overcame all the enemies and he gained from them. And anytime you run anytime you run Sun Mahadasha, what is sun? Sun is all about like shine, and light, pride. So it brings you out of the crowd, and you just stand out during Sun Mahadasha if sun is well placed in your birth chart. So during Sun Mahadasha, his fame got even bigger. He became a world figure during Sun Mahadasha. And then came Moon Mahadasha. So as already mentioned that Moon is placed in his 10th house, his public image. Okay, so maybe that's when he started all the social welfare, all the donations, charities. That's when he became like that kind of figure. Foundations, like Bill Gates Foundation, that's when he started all this. Moon Mahadasha. And now he's going under Mars Mahadasha. So Mars in 4th house gives you like powerful wealth, powerful real estate, but in your home environment, it gives you a lot of trouble. Anytime you see, like if you have Mars in 4th house or any of your family member, you would notice anytime that person come home, all other family members try to hide from that person because that person just want to pick fights, just want to pick like arguments with other family members. Okay, and that's what Mars in 4th house do. So and that's the one of the reasons he's going through divorce, because Mars is he's like getting all the lands. Anytime you run any Mahadasha, it's gonna give you like it's not like completely bad. Let's say if you go through Rahu Mahadasha and Rahu is not well placed in your birth chart, it doesn't mean like all these years you're just gonna have like bad luck. No, maybe like in the first few years you're gonna have like trouble, then like slowly you're gonna start seeing good results, or maybe in the first half you're gonna see like great results, and the later years during the end of Mahadasha you're gonna start seeing bad results. So Mars, in 4th house is like getting all the real estate, but also Mars is like troubling his comforts at home. And then like after 2026, his Rahu like Mahadasha is going to start, and that's a really long Mahadasha, and Rahu is placed in 6th house. And as I already told you, like it's not just Rahu is going to give you, or any other like malefic is going to give you like bad results during their Mahadasha. No, it's not like that. So 6th house means like court litigations and a lot of health issues. So maybe after 2026 he's going to face all these challenges. That's going to be a major theme in his life. Like 6th house matters. All right. And then we need to see Ashtakavarga score. So as you can see, he is like Gemini ascendant, and Gemini is like the 3rd line. And any like house has more points than 27 means that house is good. That house is like above average. 36 means great. So he has like how many houses? 1st house, 36 points. Means he has like overall he enjoyed good health. Even though like Sun and Saturn in the 5th house giving him like lower back pain, and probably he has like joint related issues as well. Sun and Saturn give you like those type of things, joint related issues, because Sun means your bones and Saturn means sun. What is like vitamin D? You get vitamin D from sun, and you take vitamin D for your bones. So sun represents bones. Saturn represent your joints. So Sun and Saturn, they both are enemies. Even though they have like son and father relationship in the astrology, but still they're enemies, because Saturn like doesn't like his father. So he has like most definitely he has lower back pain, Bill Gates. But overall he enjoyed good health and good persona, good personality. he did not get involved into like any big controversy. Okay, because first house has like 36 score. And then the second one is his third house, where Jupiter is sitting. And I already mentioned there are still more than like 4,000, 5,000 billionaires in the world. And only like 10 or 20 billionaires in the world. You don't know all the billionaires. Why? Because they don't have like celebrity yogas in their birth chart. So they don't have like good Ashtakavarga score probably in the third house, fifth house, seventh house, 10th house, 11th house, all these houses. They don't have probably good scores. Okay. And look at a third house, Saturn. 7 points. I've never seen, like 7 points in Saturn giving 7 points to any house in anybody birth chart. So Saturn means, like long lasting, everlasting, not long lasting. Long lasting, like legacy is like through Rahu, through Jupiter. But Saturn gives you everlasting legacy. So let's say he's like 10% famous right now. When he pass on to different realm, pass on to different place, he's going to have like 50% legacy. After 50 years, 70% legacy. And after 100 years, he's going to have like 100% legacy. Because Saturn is giving 7 points to his third house. And let's see, 35, second house. What is second house? Second house means all your family values, your assets, your wealth, your bank balance. So 35 points, that's a lot. That's a lot of points, 35 points. So that's another sign of becoming a billionaire. You need to see Ashtakavarga score as well. Okay. And the lowest point you can see is his ninth house. And that's why he did not get like higher education. Aquarius, 24 points. All right. And see, right here, Capricorn getting like 32 points. So 8th house, other people resources. He was getting money from other people pockets. So that's a really good combination. His lowest is like Libra, but he has like a lot of different yogas playing in 5th house. All right. And then we need to see like the final thing. I'm not gonna do all the calculation in this video because it's just the video is already probably like 30 minutes long. So I'm gonna make another video of how to calculate this and how to make a chart where you see like how much wealth this person is going to generate, like figure, like he's going to become millionaire or billionaire. Through birth charts, you can see, like this person is going to generate enough wealth to fulfill all his needs. Then from nakshatras, the more good nakshatras you have in your birth chart, like wealth giving nakshatras, all 27 different nakshatras have like different meanings. So some nakshatras are for social cause. Some nakshatras, they're all doing something in the birth chart. But the more wealth-giving nakshatras you have in your birth chart, there are like more chances, more possibility that you're going to become a billionaire. Okay. Then you need to see the Mahadasha. Like if you are going under like well-placed planet Mahadasha, then 100%, you're going to generate a lot of wealth. And then you need to see Ashtakavarga score. And the last thing, I'm just going to give you like a gist of this concept. So you need to see, because his ascendant lord, so you need to see like what are his like Kendras and Trikonas lord. So his Kendra, Kendra lord is like 2 houses owned by Mercury and 2 houses ruled by Jupiter. All right. 7, 11, and 1. Mars, Saturn, and Venus. You need to see how many houses are being activated. So good houses like Kendras and Trikonas are being activated in the birth chart means like out of 12 houses means let's say if like Bill Gates having like 10 houses activated, and out of 9 planets, 7 planets are giving him like wealth, means this person definitely going to become a billionaire. All right, so I hope you understand all the concepts of astrology, and through this example of Bill Gates' birth chart. And again, thank you so much for all the likes, comments, and views. And if you are interested in getting consultation from me, the information is in the description box. It's absolutely free. I don't charge anyone. And all right, guys, take care. Thank you.